What's going on, folks? This is the Knucklehead Podcast Network, and we are doing our usually Tuesday show today on Wednesday. We're recording it. We didn't get a chance to do the live show this week, but there's a lot of really interesting things going on this week. Obviously, the biggest stories are the trades, and I think this is one of the weeks that we have some of the best games. We have 4 games that we're going to focus on this week that are coming up, and I think there's going to be some great football this week. It's crazy. It's already week 9. Once again, I've said it 1,000 times. It sucks that when your favorite sport is the shortest season sport. But you know what? That's why we got to make the best out of all of it. I'm joined tonight by Baltimore Blaine and Coach Christopher Taylor. And let's get right into the trades. Now, I'm going to start with you, Baltimore Blaine, because one of the biggest trades goes right to your Ravens. And I'm kind of confused about this. I know why they got rid of Ty Montgomery. Those of you who don't know, he fumbled. He came out of the end zone. The coach said, "I told you not to." He said, "No, you didn't." The players were kind of turning on him. It was a good time for him to go. They got rid of him for a 7th-round pick in 2 years draft. So he was traded for the absolute minimum you can trade for somebody. That's kind of a kick in the balls, if you ask me, and it's for Ty. But if someone has that kind of value for you, it's time to go. Now, Blaine, I'm going to pass this to you. I think, I don't understand the fit because you have Buck Allen, you have a couple of slot receivers. What do you think this guy's going to offer?
I think he's going to offer a difference in the backfield as far as style. Also, if you look back at the Ravens, who was under the same offensive coordinator, Marty Morningwig, last week, and last year, last season, he used Danny, or they planned to have used Danny Woodhead as a receiving back out of the backfield, as well as, a change of pace runner. And I think that's what Ty Montgomery brings to this offense, because the running back situation, the running game has been slow. I think it's mainly the offensive line. They've had a patchwork offensive line with injuries, and I think that's what's been stalling as far as the running game. But this also gives you another weapon to work with from the backfield. Now, Buck Allen has been catching passes out of the as Alex Collins. They catch passes out of the backfield, but you got a guy with good hands who can catch the ball, except for holding on to it sometimes, I guess, if you want to criticize for why he's there. But you have a guy coming out of the backfield with a good hands.
Real quick, mention that, because the big problem that Alex Collins and Buck Allen have is fumbles, and they pick up a guy who just got kicked off a team for fumbles.
Not Buck Allen. Alan Collins has had a fumble problem. Buck Allen's been sure. He does, try to. I think he's only fumbled one time in the last 2 years, if I'm not mistaken. Buck Allen. Alex Collins has had a fumbling problem at the beginning of each season so far, and I guess they believe that Ty Montgomery's fumble problems is not a real issue that can't be corrected. Now, I'm telling you this kind of. What you were saying about this trade here. When Green Bay wants you gone, they want you gone, right? They said, well, get out of here. We don't even want to deal with you for the next draft. We'll take a draft down the road for you. That when you get that kind of message, it's really telling you you're not wanted on that team. But like I said, the Ravens are anemic right now in the running game, and I think it's going to add a dimension to their receiving core as well. So I think it's a good move. Right now they have 4 running backs, which is what really got me was that they cut Albert McClellan, the linebacker and special teams ace, and they to make room for Ty Montgomery instead of cutting Gus Edwards, who was a undrafted rookie, undrafted rookie that they brought up from the practice squad. I would have thought they would put him back down on the practice squad and bring and leave Albert McClellan on because he does contribute on defense as well.
I'm not really sure how much this helps Baltimore coming out of the backfield. I mean, Baltimore's running game coming out of the backfield would be probably Montgomery's best asset or only strength that he would truly bring to the team. I don't see him as truly an inside runner, and so that would make him kind of one dimensional in my opinion. Um, uh, and and I think it was a little bit more than that. The reason why they got rid of him, it was an easy move because he does bring some value, but I think the biggest thing was he has only seen about 6 snaps, and he wanted to do something when he touched the ball. He felt like that was his opportunity to shine because he wasn't getting any snaps out of the backfield. So in my opinion, they had moved on. They had already moved on before that. That just kind of sped up the process, in my opinion.
Well, just also one thing that I left out was the contribution on special teams.